We're here with Brackin Lambert coming in fresh off basketball season. Also, the spring sports are now kicking off. So, Brackin, how are things going?
Man, it's been crazy. Just crossover season is in full effect. Not so much now that basketball has ended, but a full spring semester as it's been since the start of January.
So this is year 2 now for the basketball programs, correct?
Yes, year 2 for both men and women's basketball, and what a year it's been. It's been absolutely phenomenal.
So how did things turn out for both those teams?
The women finished just shy of making the tournament. They were a couple wins away, but they had some really big wins against Georgia Southwestern, Lambert. Picked up a big conference win against Clayton State as well. So they're trajectorying up the right path, and it's really exciting to see that core group of kids who, you lose 4 seniors this year, but you've got a couple who are staying back and really going to grow this program. And on the men's side, man, they had a phenomenal year. They finished 21-10, made it all the way to the PBC finals. Ultimately lost to, as we consider them, our rival USC-Aiken. But a great season for them. Doubled the amount of wins they had last year. It was just an absolute phenomenal season. We hosted our first playoff game, and it was just first playoff game in Division II history that we had on our campus. So it was a great time.
That is exciting, and it's really understandable that basketball would grow so quickly at USC-Beaufort. When you look around the state, you look in Columbia at what USC women have done, you look at what Clemson and Wofford did this year on the men's side, and you look at that USC-Aiken program, so it makes sense that program is just going to keep growing, and it's going to be fun to watch.
It really is, and next year is going to be even better. We've got a good group of kids returning. We've got the best coaches in the world. I'm a little biased if I do say so myself, but Coach Versip and Coach Budala are 2 of the best, and we've got some of the best coaching staffs out there. I'll put them up against anybody.
Absolutely, it's a great time. Great time for the Sandsharks. So now you got the spring season. So what all do we have in the spring?
Man, spring is the busiest time for USCB. Men and women's golf, men and women's indoor and outdoor track and field, baseball, softball, all going on at the same time. The indoor season for track and field just wrapped up just a couple weeks ago. The outdoor season's in full effect. Baseball and softball are in the prime of their conference season, and men and women's golf, their season's starting to wind down. A couple more tournaments before they hit conference, but it's just crazy. Everybody's playing, and we got a big sweep this weekend for softball. They won their first ever PBC conference series. They took 2 out of 2 on Saturday from Augusta, and then finished off the sweep yesterday. Sunday against the same Jaguar team, and then baseball picked up a big win on Friday against that Jaguar team as well, and they're on that upward trajectory as well, trying to rattle off a few more wins after a tough stretch there for a little bit. They spent nearly a month on the road.
Wow, that is tough, definitely, with the travel. I mean, that is a brutal stretch.
Yeah, it was a long stretch. They opened the season at home, had a couple of series close, but then after a while it was just straight road games, and that was, some scheduling that happened with another team who dropped out a non-conference weekend series, so then it made sense to try and kick off the conference series a little bit sooner, and it just kind of worked out that way for them, unfortunately, but they're back in Hardeeville and, at the Richard Gray Sports Complex, and we've got a big series against Columbus State this weekend. They have a 3-game set beginning Friday night.
That sounds like a good time. How can people get tickets or come out to see them?
So for baseball and softball, there was a sponsor who actually purchased all the tickets for the entire season, so it is free admission for anybody who wants to come out to the Richard Gray Sports Complex and watch some fabulous baseball and softball. This past weekend, we had the Bridges Prep softball team who came in, and they came and enjoyed the final game on Sunday, and it felt great because they were able to get onto the field, speak with our players, take a picture, got some autographs, all that kind of stuff. So it was actually a really cool experience, and we're hoping to be able to do that and continue throughout the rest of our time.
Yeah, I mean, college baseball and softball already is so accessible to a lot of people, but to be able to go out and watch really good teams play for free, you cannot beat that.
And we've got the best concessions in the Peach Belt. I second to none.
That sounds like a pretty good day at the ballpark then.
Right.
So how's the golf team finishing up?
Golf is doing really well. Men's golf is currently ranked 15th in the country. They just finished their second place finish. And this week at the Ralph Hargett Memorial Intercollegiate last week. And actually, freshman Eric Ringart just won Golfer of the Week, announced by the conference just a little while ago. So the men's team is doing really well. They had 3 top 10 finishers in this last tournament. And the women's team just opened up and had, or just wrapped up their home tournament, the Oldfield Intercollegiate, a top 10 showing for them as well. And, it was out of 15 teams. So it's a very strong field, and trying to get people down to the Low Country is, it's the greatest place in the world to play golf. So
yeah, we're right here in really the golf capital of probably the South in general. So it's obviously they were going to have a lot of great success. Well, Bragg, it sounds like you've had a great winter. You've got a busy spring that we're hoping to finish out strong.
That's right.
Anything else you want to tell the people before we get out?
Just make sure to come out there and support us out at Hardyville. I know it's a little bit of a trek out there, but it's a great place. The concessions are great some great softball, and we would appreciate the support. It's a fun time, and doesn't cost you anything. Just come out there and enjoy some time in the sun. Get a nice little farmer's stand sitting out there.
There you go.
But just make sure to follow along. Basketball season again will be here before you know it. And then also our soccer team kicks off in the fall, so make sure to come out there to the Bluffton campus and see everything that's going on.
Always something going on at USCB. Well, Brackin, we appreciate you coming by, and
Thanks, Matt.
Look forward to hearing more from you.
I look forward to it. Thanks, guys.
All right, thank you.